Hello and welcome back, everyone. We are here continuing the most cursed Dutch East Indies run ever, where the goal is, of course, to form the Holy Roman Empire as the Dutch East Indies, because everyone knows it was neither holy nor Roman, so why can't it be Dutch and from the East Indies? Currently, we're dealing with several bugs, or a couple really kind of game-breaking bugs. The first is there's literal zero migration, and so we've decided to go slavery. Second, in order to form the HRE, we had to go back onto monarchy. And third, we have peasant levies here, and we're leaving it because they think it might be meta now. And so this is absolutely cursed in terms of affecting landowner clout. The secondary bug, other than the migration, is employment doesn't really work properly, and it's really hard to employ pops up. There's a fix that's kind of helping a little bit, but pops do not employ properly, and so we will have to be keeping an eye out for that. Even if there's available labor, they just kind of stay in places where they shouldn't in regards to labor. And one thing we're doing to kind of remedy that is building over arable land. That way it causes these pops to become unemployed so that they can become employed. Also, last episode, Old MacDonald had a farm. EIESC, the East Indies East India Company, is of course the crown jewel in the hat of the Dutch East Indies, which is notably inside the market of Great Britain. We are inside their markets mainly because we are hoping they are dumb enough to give us Canada and Australia at some point in time, and so that's kind of why we're sticking around, but we will have to leave at some point. We have subjugated Netherlands, which became Confederation of the Rhine. Not sure how entirely we feel about that, but we're probably going to be, forming the United Netherlands at some point in time. And I actually want to test something here, which is, I think if we go after Sind and we do something to open their market, we might be able to vassal feed, them to the East India Company. And so we are going to be going, hey, why don't we just open your market? Nothing to see here. They might just accept it. We kind of want them to not just accept it. And we are going to try and sway the East India Company to do something. And see if we can sway them to conquer or something like this. I'm not sure exactly how the Confederation of the Rhine journal entry works. If we can vassal feed the Confederation, formerly our overlord, or how that works exactly. But they became it after we subjugated them, so it might have something to do with that. Okay, so we can't sway them with war goals. We could sway the we could sway them with war goals. Ban slavery. Sway with ban slavery. Only we get the slaves. I think I'm down for this. And the UK. Oh no. Great Shing sides with Sind. Well, this has become very eventful very quickly. I guess we'll put an interest in North China and maybe look to do something. Now, we do have a secession movement. Hopefully this frees up the Lost Boys. We've been lost for some time now, stuck in Africa. Hopefully when they push through out of here, they will become unstuck. We will see how that goes. Just currently a lot of bugs, but we do have new features as well in this 1.5 open beta. Namely, we are going to be able to form unit compositions. I'm thinking what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a defensive army that is almost entirely, if not entirely, infantry, which just get a lot more defense, and have them set in on defense. And then you're going to want to have a mixed army of artillery and skirmish set on offense. Or maybe even artillery and cavalry, because of how they take turns, where if you have lower morale, you're more likely to be set in on the other stuff. But if it's if it's infantry and cannons, they should be pretty good on offense. We are trying to go. I also think minus or +1 standard of living for the lower strata is actually going to be incredibly good because we have lower strata of slaves, and so that'll really improve their SOL and prevent them from dying. So we're probably going to be pretty aggressive about that. Now, where has the cheapest of this? And then we're also going to put in more in Transvaal. Transvaal does have some problems, though. And one of the biggest annoyances is even subsidized buildings, as you can see here, are not properly employing up. And so what we'll probably do is we'll probably see these 60K. We will be building cotton plantations over them entirely. And hopefully that'll help out enough. Thank you, Paul, for reminding me about live chat. I always forget. YouTube doesn't save your settings, and it's better, or I would rather be on live chat than top chat, unless chat was absolutely flying. Okay, so we can also put war goals in on Qing. And the question is do we want to go for Beijing? And the answer is almost certainly yes. We could live Mongolia, live subject. We could also take Lanfang right now, actually. We completely lack a capacity to enforce on China for Beijing. Is the main reason we don't want to do it. We would have to get Great Britain to help us out. But oh, they have a truce with Russia who joined the play? When did Russia join the play? Suddenly I don't like this no more. Where's Russia? Wait, what? Oh, this is stupid. It's because Great Qing is... It's because Great Qing is in Russia's market right here. Oh, you didn't even notice Sind was in Russia's market. Oh, you know what? They probably swayed with Become Protectorate. Is that what happened here? No, I'm not sure what happened. Well, we could probably let Great Britain land and enforce on them. We almost certainly want to take Qing war reps, though. And I think we might even be able to get in over here on Formosa. So let's go for Qing war reps. We're not going to go for another, and also Sind war reps. We're not going to go for anything else, I don't think. Because I think we might be able to enforce on Qing war reps, but I don't think we'd be able to enforce on anything else. And so we'll see if we can get this done. It would be nice to take Beijing. It's the classic, but I think it might be too difficult. But hopefully these troops get freed. Also, the employment bug is making it really, really tough to actually employ up an army. We have this general army of 6 guys, and we have been trying to increase it for some time, but, you know, little sticky on the employment. Now, the barracks is, we should be having problems because of qualifications anyways, because, you know, they have to be, like, Dutch or whatever, and we really don't have a lot of Dutch people, but even with that, I think it shouldn't be quite be this bad. We might be going relatively soon, though, wanting to go on to multiculturalism, which would be really nice for us to get onto multiculturalism, which of course will mean we will have to abandon our one form of acquiring new pops, which is slavery, which is, you know, perhaps a feature. God, I hate this event. I complain about it every time. The employment bug ruined the beta for me. I had one Prussian HRE run that was fun until the moment I got electricity, and suddenly everyone refused to employ. I really hope they fix that too. Yeah, I don't think we're going to play to electricity with this one. I believe they'll fix it on Monday, so we'll see exactly how that goes. Now, is Qing going to move anyone anywhere? We're actually, I think we're just going to mobilize the general army here. Actually, let's check their mobilization PM. Oh, did they... I don't remember that being like that. Maybe it has been fixed. Someone said it was fixed. I don't remember this looking so nice. But I think we're going to mobilize Maybe the reserve army to just defend. This will also stimulate the economy a little bit. A little military-industrial complex. Was really hoping we'd be able to sway the EIEIC. That's, Old Dutch East Indies had a subject, EIEIC. And on that subject, they didn't really want to send EIC. I can understand not wanting to send, so we'll just do this one. We actually spread out our universities for qualifications reasons, which is, you know, not kind of the normal fare of what we've been doing thus far. But yeah, we might, if the UK doesn't do anything, this might end in a white piece in terms of what's going on for this. But that's okay too, because we didn't get any infamy. And, still would love Qing war reps though. I mean, we could try and land up here against the 63 stack. I don't really think that we can with our measly 6-size navy and 6-size landing force. Oh, would you look at that? The Lost Boys aren't lost anymore. What about Old MacDonald's army? Can they move here? Nope, no path. Old MacDonald's army's trapped, but the Lost Boys are not. The Lost Boys have made it out. Wait. That should read as being occupied, but I guess not. There's Old MacDonald's army. So, that is the current state of things, as it were, in the Dutch East Indies. Not to be confused with the East Indies East India Company. The process of provocations. Ooh, why can we do this? We have the violent suppression decree. Transvaal gets minus penalties from turmoil. Oh, this is nice. I've not seen this one before. Hell yeah, brother. We in it. So that'll help us to build these cotton plantations over their stuff faster. I think we're also going to turn on rail transport on everything we can here to maybe lower the equilibrium level of employment, which would be nice. Well, rails are starting to get expensive, but hopefully that helps it employ up. I mean, it should employ up anyways because it's subsidized, and it's not. And we get proportional taxation. Big nice. Let's see what the adjustment is after the week, because it's always kind of funky. Okay. So, now what do we do? Well, we do want to go free trade. Can't do that. We could go after banning slavery. The landowners will really hate that, but they're not very strong anymore. I mean, we're going to have to ban slavery eventually. I think it's not yet, though. Could go rights of assembly. Everybody loves that. The landowners hate it. The landowners and the church hate it. Do they have enough clout to maybe make it stick? Everyone knows you need to liberalize by having peasants, monarchy, closed borders, slave trade. We finished the Path to Liberalism event somehow. I think it was probably bugged. I mean, we would like rights of assembly so we could go guaranteed liberties. Can we go guaranteed liberties while we have slavery? Not like this. Please. We could go guaranteed liberties with slavery. That seems, that's an interesting thing we got going on. Okay. The good old slavery and guaranteed liberties. They made it out of Gaza, yes. This is normally called Gaza. Paul says, by the way, I mentioned it before, 1.5.3, that slavery will probably be useful to encourage migration with the one pop of the culture requirement. And I remember you not liking the idea. With the one pop of the culture requirement. And you remember me not liking the idea? I mean, I think slavery in general is... I mean, slavery, obviously, right now, we're thinking it's good, but I think in general it's bad, but... Just to cede your place. I still don't like the idea, but if it's really hard to cede your place with pops, then it'll be good. The problem is the pops these pops aren't really the ones that you really like want to seed your country with, right? The really good ones to seed your country with are going to be around here. That's kind of the problem. Who is the landowner's leader's historical character? We can take a quick look at this. Jean Chetrin Baud, who could abdicate, but he can't stop, won't stop. We have guaranteed liberties, but not for you guys, basically. This is the way. So we enforce, and we're probably going to end up white piecing out of this other war, but I really wanted to experiment a little bit. We're going to just reset the PMs. I think we're going to incorporate it. Really hoping that the pops we are building over with the arable land, really hoping these all just work in the railways. Because we would kind of need that to happen. Like, pretty bad. Like, really, really bad. We really need that to happen. Could also get a little bit more infrastructure from more of this. Yeah. Now, the UK has not moved or flinched or done anything, so I don't think we're going to try and run our troops into Sin's army. I think we might be able to defend against them, but let's also merge these Lost Boys, who had been stuck for quite a while, with the General Army right here. And so now they're no longer lost, and now they are found. Do we care enough? Probably not. Unfortunate, though. What is pollution? What is pollution? Not too bad right now, but it does give a bunch of penalties. Let's take a look. It gives minus migration attraction, not very important at all right now. Minus standard of living, which is important, and plus mortality once it gets approaches like 100%. I assume those are the figures. Right now, it's really not doing a whole lot, but those are, I think, the numbers you get at 100%. You take minus enactment chance, or I think we'll take that one. Obviously, high roll, always lucky. Never been unlucky in our lives. So yeah, I'm guessing we're just gonna weight this down in white piece. Unless there's something that's hyper landable on Shing. You know, stuff can be really, really landable. It also sucks that we couldn't sway the EIC. If we sway the EIC, then there's a front, and then the UK actually assigns to China. But, and then we would have gone for Beijing. But the most landable is going to be the Manchuria HQ, because if we take a look, they only have 63 troops, but here 156, 271, 193. East Indian Liberal Revolt. EIC. Damn libs. Now the question is do they need our help? If they need our help, we obviously really want to help. Really helping would be a very, very important thing. But if they don't need our help, we would rather not help. It looks like they can do it without us, and they have quite a bit of troops. We really don't have a lot of troops. Our subject is considerably stronger than us, so we'll do this one. That's pretty big minus on the troop recovery, though. Can you please employ more people? Maybe we have to try and get wood and engines cheaper in our market. So let's take a look. Let's have a think. This is what we're in here for. They are giving us stuff way too easily. So I think we go for Cape Colony actually, and let them continue to. Would they transfer? They won't transfer Burma, of course, or Sierra Leone, but they would transfer Hudson Bay Company. Hudson Bay Company is pretty big at this point. They're pretty big. Which is kind of why we're maintaining our alliance with them. Or our defensive pact. I think this is fine. And what, of course, do they need our assistance with? The Western Australia capitalist revolt? Naturally. Could go after New South Wales. Or we could go after Cape Colony and let them consolidate more. Is there really a lot of consolidation left to do? I mean, almost all the resources are in Hudson Bay. But I think we do want Cape Colony. It's right there. They have gold. It will give us... Yeah, it's maybe... Actually, let's take a vote what we take from them. The options are going to be New South Wales, Hudson Bay Company, and what to take. New South Wales will be the other one. And then the third option will be Cape Colony. We could also try and cut them off of, I guess, cut off colonies. Where the cut off colonies option will be, you know, if we were to take something like this, or Rift Valley actually would be a little bit better. We would cut them off from the northern kind of ingress here. And be able to kind of help with that push. Reduce autonomy in EIC? Bro, there's no way. There is no way we are going to enforce on them. Is there miniature people in wars now? There are miniature people in wars now. We might even be able to see some because they're assigned to a front. They got little tents. And by miniature, I mean huge, because they're bigger than a train. Yeah, they're bigger than you think. When's the 1.5 patch not beta? In November. In November. So, maybe we assign some of the General Army. Just hurts to do it. Because they have such a hard time employing up the military because of discrimination and such. I mean, okay, what's the sides here? Oh, the UK is sided on our side. I think we don't then. I think we leave the UK to their own devices. And like that's gonna get pushed out, but then we're gonna have a push in here and push in here. Looks like people are thinking Cape Colony. Okay, that'll be a little bit nicer on the border guard too. So, but they super want to be, or we could ask for a bankroll. We're really not that big. Could ask for, there's a lot of transfer states we could do. I guess we could try and make this run as cursed as possible. Can we go for, no, we can't go for like British homeland area. So we will go for Cape Colony. Transfer subjects, and we will see, if we can get 2 more big wars, this will be good for us. But where's Cape Colony? So, we will see the acceptance here. The ideological, we have relations, but we have this allied modifier, which is because we have a defensive pact. That just seems crazy. It's like overriding the value of the subject of Cape Colony entirely. Like, this value is just too big, I think. You know, why don't we actually screenshot this? But they don't need our help. The big thing is they don't need our help with this war, but we're gonna... Not that our help is worth much of anything. I hope they add a United States of Africa and United States of Asia. Yeah. Trigger the Raj event? Let's not. And bust them up into 1,000,000 pieces and lose our huge subject. And then I can't make the EIEIC jokes anymore? Dude, that sounds terrible. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? We can't make Old Dutch East Indies had a farm. Yeah, I see. They are our farm. How much is the pollution debuff effect when it's 100%? I think that's, if you hover over pollution, I think that's what it tells you. If you hover pollution impact, I think this is what it is when it's 100%. I think it can be over 100% though. I think it's minus 10% migration, minus 3 SOL, and plus 50% mortality. Why don't they want to transfer Burma? Because Burma's the crown jewel of the UK. The people's wealth. We are losing a ton of money now, though. Huh. Did we lose, We must have lost someone paying us war reps or something. Oh, I know why. Because the EIC is now... Yeah, they're having problems. I think they win this... Yeah, I think they have this, so... but while they are having problems, they won't be paying us as much money. We will be white piecing these guys. Maybe we try for Burma, actually? Or Sind. It's 100% irregulars. God, we really need a bigger navy so we can land bigger fish. We don't actually want to fight these guys, so we'll just capitulate. I don't think we want this minus enactment time, to be honest. We'll just do it anyways. I think we're pretty well set. And now we have South Africa as a subject, which is going to be big nice. I believe they do have gold, so we'll probably look to... Well, we can't annex them as long as we have a defense pact with Mummy, but eventually we won't have a defense pact with Mummy. Rudolf von Schmidl-Pennick-Dick, who is the rural folk radical. Wanted to kidnap, has abducted been by the rebels. Bro, isn't he... Oh, he's not part of the rebels. Let's see, I think we kind of like him. This would give him a high chance of dying. But the rev is actually kind of significant. We'll just high roll repeatedly and be fine, obviously, frankly. The truth does hurt, I agree. Great Britain would have given you Irish land. East Indian Ireland sounds good. East Indian Ireland. We would have to get all the Ireland land, and then release it. Is safe scumming reduce autonomy possible? Yes, because it's tied to the exact day, so you just, or this is my understanding, that it's tied to the day, so you can just, try and do it, or save, try and do it. If it doesn't work, you just, load, wait a day, and then try and do it again. And so, yeah. How do you combat pollution? New laws or institutions? We just don't construct anything as our strategy currently. We only have a measly 121 construction currently. The truth does hurt. Does this manage to employ up? No. God, this is so asinine. So we really can't build here because of infra reasons. We're just going to have to leave it there for now. Prince Jean... Oh, I guess we don't really care if he dies, huh? But he's going to die. Alexander Bod will have vengeance on his mind. He will change to a traditionalist, he will change to authoritarian, and he gets the trait wrathful. Well, he's currently the leader of the Landowners. I'm not sure we want him to be authoritarian. So, legitimacy, state penalties for turmoil and authority. Oh, this is great for us. I didn't realize, I thought this guy was not Intelligentsia. Okay, well, could have given him wrathful, but instead he's a child. He's not but a child. Oh, we are on super low taxes. I suppose we are having trouble adding construction anyway, so we will just kind of maybe stay on that. Just where do we have labor, my guys? I mean, problems. Okay, now that might be a problem, so we're gonna send a general army. I don't know what happened there. A tumultuous campaign. Man, a lot of violence coming from some of these guys. Oh, now the equilibrium's now 90. Jesus. We will take a little bit of a save in case stuff goes really sideways, but ideally we don't want to do anything with that. Is AI Germany ever united in this patch, or is it completely broken? We have our sample size on 1.5.3 is very, very small. Also, well, I guess in all of our previous games, Germany has actually formed Mega Germany, but that's because we were playing it. So I think we'll just take the sure shot here. Really need this law to finish up. Yeah. Bro. You're like Republican and everything too. Can we make you happy? No, not really. We could fire generals to make you sad, but increase your clout. We also know... Well, how big will this rev be? This rev will be real big. Might have to stop the law, actually. Because you can like get like plus or minus 20%, so it probably ticks down to around 91, but it could also just spike to 101, you know? Terms of this. So I think we're actually supposed to stop if we don't want to save scum. God, we're so close to passing the law too. Just getting unlucky, having over 50% and ticking like 3 or 4 times. Let's just play correct. And not save scum, and just not pass them. Well, actually, we could get a bunch of reforms through. The king is Intelligentsia. I'm pretty sure the UK will support us if we rev. It'll just be uncomfortable to rev yet again. But, I guess if we rev, we rev. Then we'll just deal with it. We'll also, like, fire down a lot of our army that's not in the capital as a result of that. And we'll just do this. In the hands of the state, I find solace. Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong game. So we can't decrease the Civil War project progression. And so we'll just try and thread the needle. We would prefer it not to get a rev, but I think we'll be okay with a rev. I'm fairly certain, yeah, this is gonna rev. I'm fairly certain the UK will support us, but, oh, someone left? Did someone leave? I thought this was 4. Now it's no longer 4. The petit bourgeoisie gentleman left. They must have had someone die. It didn't make a difference, I guess. But these guys are royalists, so they're happy with the current state of things. We're also going to get an election in 6 days. Maybe that'll negatively affect the clout of these guys enough. Or these other boyos enough. The Radical Party and Liberal Party get all the votes. Interesting. Oh, and now the equilibrium's way lower. Okay, so we're not going to rev. Fantastic. Yeah, there's just no shot that we enforce lunching here. Because our landing would be getting it on... Yeah, I think we're going to take a white piece eventually. Armed forces are getting bellicose. No, not the armed forces, not my gumdrop buttons. What's going on? Why is this taking so long? Please. Please ban industry. No, we're not banning industry. That would really be the most cursed run. I hope they'll do a mechanic with chop chops similar to pollution mechanic, like negative impact of deforestation. I have to imagine they do. But that'll be interesting. I see you return your company from the UK. How much did you pay? We paid 1 ducat. We paid 1 ducat. Yeah, not sure why they got guys unassigned. I mean, we could take the reserve army and put it in as well. The reserve army is kind of here to defend against landings, but I don't think anyone's attempted a landing on us yet. The British are coming in, actually, as well. So we'll let the British kind of clean this up. Yeah, the British are really going to clean this up. Holy snaps. I think we might even pull back the general army, given what we see here with the 76 stack and the British, like, actually assigning to the front. We'll just conserve our people. We'll let the British pops die for the sake of preserving the Dutch East Indies crown jewel of the EIEIC. 1 doubloon. 1 doubloon. How do we like the new front mechanics so far? I mean, I'm very pleased with it. Seems that it consolidates the fronts. You don't get front spaghetti anymore. And front spaghetti and absolute... The really frustrating thing that was the case before, and I think that when I've seen feedback, I think that people are forgetting this. Like, they're complaining about having to switching from offense to defense, and like unit compositions and stuff like this. It's so much better than like front spaghetti, where guys would unassign from a front entirely. Although I guess that still happens a little bit, and you would lose one front, and then that one front would just take all of your progress in like a few months if you weren't looking directly right at the thing that you were like that was going on. And like, I mean, come on. Road maintenance in Transvaal. I think we stopped the violent suppression in Transvaal. Their turmoil is low enough, and we're not really constructing there anymore. So let's cancel that, and then we will want to pass, of course, guaranteed liberties as well. Good old guaranteed liberties. There's no part of our government that just like really, in which our very liberal government, in which liberties are not valued, trusted, and expected. Why is our army half naked? I don't know. I don't have the answer, Sway. It looks like they're gonna dust up that EIEIC rev. East Indian Liberal Company. Looks like our GDP is actually cranking up at a decent rate. Of course, that's because we're being fueled by the EIC and now Cape Colony. Now South Africa. I think the eye getting swayed because you have allies makes no sense. I think it should be the way around, so they really hate if you insist on a reward if you're allied to them. Yeah, or the number just being not... Like, it was 64 or something to get the EIC. This is what it cost. Like, 64... And so if just being an ally gives you 50, it's going to be just meta to, like, ally the UK every single run as best you can. So that you can sway and get the EIC and, like, bro, there's no shout this happens. Like, if the EIC's, like, base value was, like, 1,000, like, then the 50 would be meaningless, right, as well? So they just need to change these calculations. Guaranteed liberties for the view Dutch people in the East Indies. Alright, so now this should be good for us. Let's see. They should start paying us a lot more in Diplo Pacts. I imagine this comes up now that the rev has stopped. Yeah, it starts to come up. They're gonna have a lot of devastation though, but that's fine. And we should have a decently low amount of infamy now. We want to think about what we want to do next. I mean, we could try and land them with the general army. I feel like that's just like sending our men into the wood chipper though. Men have already gone through it, actually. So the reserve army should be relatively fresh. Let's transfer from the reserve army. Actually, let's just merge the two armies here. You join the reserve army. Which is our favorite general? We have Cautious Pillager, Honorable Engineer. He's liked. Open Train. Alright, so maybe these two, the middle two. Old McDonald's army. Now, we're gonna make a new army. God, we only have 6 boats. The boats have been trying to recruit up for forever, but we're just gonna, you know, kind of move over the ones that are ready to go, kind of. Also, all these 1K stacks. And the 970. You can come to. And then really, it's going to be nice that we actually have mobile artillery, so. Wait, what happened? It just transferred everything. It's really not what we wanted. So we'll just transfer all these guys that are not. Okay. Okay. That's a user interface, isn't it? We live in a society. There we go. Cool. So this is the general army. And it has all the battalions that actually are not super exhausted out. Yeah, the recruitment definitely, like, really hurts in terms of the army. You, like, really don't want your boys dying. It, like, doesn't feel like the old game at all. If you become protector of the UK country, was the country named Dutch East Indies or British? Wait, what? If we became the protector of the UK, I think it would still be our subject, right? So I think it would stay the same. Do have to be a little bit scared of this, but also add some of these. Goldfields depleted. Unfortunate. No point in just lowering the migration attraction or intentionally keeping the migration attraction up when it can't even employ up anyways. A lot of turmoil here. And a lot of unemployed. Holy snapples. Well, we'll give them... let them eat gold, I guess. We'll get rid of this. And instead, violent suppression. We have a gold mine over level 5. This is the question, because if we have gold mine 6+, then we can use the gold company. Yeah, let's do this as well. Just kind of cruise through some of these. Oh, we will soon. We will soon. I think we will use the gold company. It is a rather large share of our economy. You forgot artillery? What about oh, I did forget the artillery. Good catch. Like, what about the artillery? Gotta make sure not to put them in Old McDonald's army. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, now the general army has all the troops. So It's really not working the way I want it to. So we're transferring these to the reserve army. Yes? Maybe I misclicked. Tragic. Okay. Okay, perfect. We have what we want. Except we want more boats, too. Oh, I thought we were recruiting these. We were not. Okay. Something like that, maybe. Let's get some man wars. UI is really user friendly. Yep. Alright. So, we can turn our eyes to our future empire here. Which, of course, we will be forming that first, but eventually Central Europe. And so, I really... Does anyone have any experience with this Confederation of the Rhine journal entry? It's new. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I'm not sure if we can, like, vassal feed Hanover to, you know, our other countries or something like this. Don't think we want that. Don't think we want that. That sucks. Come on, we gotta pick one. Yeah. Can we... Come on, you'll white peace, won't you? Please. UK wants banning of slavery, but they don't want to do anything about it. Terrible. What a lazy ally in this army, or in this battle. We might look to finish these a little bit faster, so that all of them are done faster. At the same time, and instead not have them, because they'll have to employ up anyways, and the employing up will be really slow. Actually, maybe it won't be slow because there's unemployment there. Guaranteed libs, let's go, baby. Those libs is guaranteed. Alright, so now what do? We have guaranteed liberties in slave trade. Truly, this is the best timeline, and by best I mean worst. We do want some health system. We wouldn't hate private health insurance. Can we reform the government? We absolutely cannot, because these guys are insurrectionary, but maybe they won't be in just a moment. Nope, they're still insurrectionary. Come on, we would love to pass a law that you are interested in, my guys. That kind of sucks. And they're positive opinion. I don't know why they're insurrectionary, actually. It's a little bit weird. You're so happy you're mad with us. How many slaves in our country? Excellent question. An excellent question. This is how we are getting new pops. We have nearly 1 million slaves, and they're comprising around 6% of our pop. And it is, so about 1 million of this pop growth is from slaves. Either reproducing, not likely because their SOL is so low, or, you know, being imported. What else can we do here? We want to stay on peasant levies. I mean, we could go after the slave trade now, actually. Should we ban slavery? Is it time to ban slavery? Let's check what we're researching. We're researching mechanized workshops, and so we would be wanting to get in on human rights. Kind of overlap. I guess maybe it's a little early, but it is in the cards in the near future, I suppose. The banning of slavery. Sorry, chat. I know you wanted the most cursed run ever, but we might have to ban slavery. A tragedy, I know. we will still have monarchy, so we'll still have that. And peasant levies. We can still tear our hair out at this. Reforms at gunpoint. Well, this rev... God, we hate that so much. We just want him to go away. We can afford that because these guys are really happy, but we don't. Let's exile this guy. Yeah, smell you later, dog. Will that kill this movement? No, I don't know why the Industrialists are in on that, man. I don't get it. They're positive relation. Why are you insurrectionary? Bro. I mean, I get that they have pacifists, but like, come on. Oh, if we do this, they certainly... Yeah. Okay. But then the rural folk get mad. How mad did they get? Oh no, the rural folk like protectionism. Oh no, the landowners... Or... Wait, what? The industrialists don't like protectionism? Is this because pacifism? Real talk. Wait, what? Oh, they prefer mercantilism? Okay. Huh. We would love to go free trade. This is so cursed. Alright. We'll just continue on with this rev for no colonial affairs. I mean, we could just pass... We should have done it through the event if we were just going to pass no colonial affairs. I mean, how many people... There's 2.4 million supporting this event. And it's this idiot pacifism. Terrible. No, don't ban slavery, says Jack. Yeah. Do we ever host multiplayer games? We were doing multiplayer competitive 3v3v3s for a while. We might bring that back after the hotfix for 1.5, considering the only thing that's broken is conflict rating. Allegedly. Ostensibly, ecumenically, spiritually. Alright, I think we turn this off. Alright. We're gonna have ourselves a grand old time. We're gonna have ourselves a grand old time. We are just gonna station these guys in the HQ, and they should be able to defend against pushes, and then they won't attrition. And then we're gonna maybe try and sway some help to actually do the push-in. Yeah, it looks like they got some of our troops. Great Britain sides with us anyways for freezies, good dealsies. And we're just, you know, living the dream. Tell me it ain't so, though. You took Old MacDonald's army from us? Could you... Oh, Old MacDonald's army is free. They have unleashed the demon, Old MacDonald. He will now escape from his prison of South Africa. They've unleashed the monster. They know not what they have done. Forgive them. For they know not of what they've done. Maybe we just assign to France. Is the UK actually sending? Oh, the UK is sending. We'll let the UK handle everything. Mummy will handle everything. Actually, maybe the reserve army we're gonna put on this front. We just don't want to, like, lose it. And these gold mines are about to finish, so we can slot in a different company once they do, which will be nice. Oop. And we can pass laws real quick. What does Republican allow us to do? Let's just check. Elected bureaucrats. I think we would prefer elected bureaucrats. I'm not sure we can do that with... No, we can, because we have a voting system. The Intelligentsia doesn't like that very much, though. Baby shark. I guess we could go protectionism. The Industrialists get a little upset. That'll make this swap to free trade a little bit harder later. We could increase some institutions, though. Let's take a look. Let's increase guaranteed lives and colonial affairs. Yeah, Mummy will provide here. And quite a large percentage of our army is, in fact, you know, what is it, gold. So, or our army. Did I say army? I meant economy. How did you get the Confederation of the Rhine Journal? We subjugated the Netherlands, and then they immediately formed the Confederation of the Rhine. And so I'm not sure exactly what triggers it, but that's what happened. Hey, I just cut up. Had a video on 2x speed. Yeah, these bugs are making Vicky 3 unbearable. Glad you're making enjoyable making content, man. Thanks a bunch. You're very welcome. Yeah, it's currently like pretty scuffed, but yeah, Mummy's here to save the day. Mummy is here. I guess we should have really seen where their capital is. This actually would have been the most critical thing. It's over here. Oh no. Alright, the general army we will have to raise. And push them, because both our capital and their capital is kind of on this mainland thing. And the gold is just about done. Hopefully they don't delete too many of our unities and construction centers. And more importantly, we really don't want them deleted because then they won't be able to employ up. This, of course, will be tragic. I think that we lost some... Nope, we still have 13 man-of-wars coming in, allegedly. Allegedly. This will be probably a white piece eventually. We would support a white piece. Old MacDonald was freed from his prison. Yeah, I see. Fucking pacifists is Magua, basically. We hates them. They're not even mad, they're just mad. Like the Industrialists wasn't even mad at us, and we wanted to pass an Industrialist law anyways. Hey, Romania phone. We wouldn't hate universal suffrage. We kind of would, actually. Because then our Industrialists won't be strong, it'll just be all rural folk. Yeah, actually, let's not do that. The rural folk already have too much clout. What is this? Tuscany versus Radical Tuscany. Alright, the UK is on these fronts, so we're just going to pull our boys off the front. We're just going to pull the boys off the front after they finish the battle. And let Mummy fight our battles for us. Definitely need a bigger navy though, like at least a 20 stack navy. That's kind of what we're working towards. We're gonna have to redo everything as well. We hate it when we have to do that. But this run has been very smooth because of Mummy. Forget where we were spending this. Exactly. Alright, let's swap our company. There we go. We will get extra minting and extra loyalty from standard of living increases. Surely that will offset how upset people are at being enslaved. Obviously. Yeah, the UK's over this, we're over this, Qing's over this. I mean, we could maybe... no, there's no way we land on Qing with, like, our sniveling little army. Yeah, I don't think that's in the cards for us. One day we will form the Great Holy Roman Empire, but, oh, ayo. We got adult dating chat. Let's go, baby. Add them as a moderator. Obviously. We got some new moderation in chat, boys. How do we find companies so far? They're fairly superficial. But they're interesting. And they, like, they are local. I don't like that they're tying them behind cultures now. And at the same time, they don't want to give cultures bonuses. But, like, dude, it's the same thing. Locking them behind a culture is the same as giving a culture a bonus, right? So, like, I think that they should just make them, I don't like what looks to me like an inconsistency, because they don't want to give cultures bonuses, and then we're gonna have to fix all of our PMs. They specifically don't want to give, like, cultural bonuses, because they, like, in the context of, which I very much understand, it looks like racist and xenophobic in the context of something that's so, like, historically recent, and it's like, okay, I get that. I'm on with that. We can. I'm picking that up. But then they, like, want to tie companies to cultures, and it's like, what? Like, so that only some cultures can establish these companies, and it's like, what are you on about, dude? They deleted all the unis. God damn it, dude. Those took so long to employ up. But bro, why you gotta do this? This is tragic. Actually, I think we wanted this just on cheap branch. Yeah, it even makes more money. Bro. Deleted them. It was terrible. Oh, we actually do want those kind of split. And now we have the, yeah, our naval bases got killed. But wait, where are these guys coming from? That's a bug, I guess. There we go. Oh, and they had to have deleted an enormous amount of construction, huh? Yeah, we had a ton in Sunda Islands. God, bro. Alright. I guess we're really gonna probably try not to rev again, huh? Never again will we rev again. We probably will rev again. I'll do it again. Maybe it's time to get rid of slavery, though. Okay. We're gonna pull the chat. Get rid of slavery. Because eventually the slaves will be inhibiting pop growth by an amount that is, like, it doesn't, the offset from slaves we could import, it won't offset it. Old McDonald's army. So, let's kind of turn back to the companies a little bit. I think that what they should add to companies is companies should give you a bonus to exporting, either by reducing MAPI in your country or the other country in order to make exporting more efficient. That way specialization will actually become viable, because currently trade is not very good, and so you can't really truly like be like, okay, we're gonna go Tata, which Tata was a pretty buff company, but we're gonna go Tata and we are going to build a ton of textiles and then export them. And you can't really do this that efficiently, because you know, when you are overproducing in your country the textiles, it will be disaffected by your MAPI. You can kind of do it once you're hyper late game, but that's like not most of the game, that's at the very end. Where you will local prices, what will happen when you are overproducing something, it will depress the price. And so the clothes you are producing to try and export will be pulled in the direction of minus 75, you know, where they are informed partially by market price and partially by local price. At the same time, when you dump a bunch of clothes into other people's market, then you will decrease the market price more than the local price, and they too will have be paying more for the clothes in their area, which means their consumption of the clothes will be lower than it otherwise would be, and so overall they will consume less of it. So like on both ends, exporting and trade in general is worse, and you're trying to introduce this company mechanic alongside, you know, this local prices mechanic, which like severely limits your ability to specialize, and I think that was very much the intention, to specialize. So I think that's an immediate and fairly easy improvement they can make, is just increase trade in some way for the companies, whether it's volume, you know, I think it should be like prioritization, like this type of thing, but currently that's not the way it works, and it's the biggest thing is really the construction and throughput bonuses, and so stuff like rails companies are really good on, because rails are like what are they? What are rails? No, rails you have no throughput on independently, and so like getting throughput on rails is tremendous when you don't start with any throughput on rails, and so this is really, really nice, because throughput is more valuable the less of it you have. You know, if you have negative 10% throughput and you increase the throughput to 100%, just like it's going from 90 to 100, you increase your outputs, your inputs and your outputs by 11%. When you increase it from 100% to 110%, you're increasing it by 10%. When you increase it 200% to 210%, you're increasing by 5%. And so mathematically speaking, rails are a really large portion of your economy, and they're on zero throughput because they don't benefit from economies of scale. And so as a result of this, the railway companies in general seem really strong, and so, yeah. No grandpa, no. Whip crack economies goes. Looks like the people want the banning of the slavery, so we're going to ban slavery now. It's been nice. It's actually been cursed. It's been terrible, but we will ban the slavery. Let's see about adding also in those two places some of that. So we have a decent sized queue. We were getting close to 200 construction before it got brutalized by the deleting of the thing. Old McDonald's army he's recruiting back up. Old McDonald, the undead demon. He had a farm. E-I-E-I-C. Yeah. That joke's never gonna get old for me. Okay, but we can't declare war right now. Yeah, and we're reputable. We really like out of this war, huh? We would love a white peace. We don't want to pay war reps. I mean, we could maybe land the general army. The general army is it's a little depleted, but we could. I mean, what do they got? They got irregulars. They got some line infantry too. Yikes. And we just have a few boats in a dream. We really need more boats to be able to do stuff like this. The problem is they have 15 defense. And these line infantry will have like more defense than we have offense. Well, actually, we'll have a fair bit of offense with these guys. Who are pretty well in. We'll have a penalty going in. I think we just lose. And we just, like, kill a bunch of Dutchmen. Are we role-playing USA banning slavery and civil war? Our manifested destiny? We manifested the destiny from east to west. Just like this. So, alright, I mean, eventually we're gonna wipe peace out of this war, I think. It's a shame the UK just doesn't believe in landing. Tragic. We're really hoping that they would. So I guess we needed to get EIC in on the, or sorry, EIEIC in on this. So let's get this slavery banned while we can. You're late to this run. Do you have India right now? Its name is not India. It is the East Indies East India Company, or as I like to call it, the EIEIC. Truly, this is the best of all worst timelines. Slowly ramping up the construction too, back from where we were before. I mean, we really want to build and ooh, this one will be good. I mean, it's what we were researching, but it'll be nice. Okay, so I think we also want to move in the direction of actually accepting all of our pops, which is going to involve going for human rights. And so the question is, do we want to research anything for going? No, we're just going to go. Oh my god, it's going to hurt so. It's going to so many years. Maybe we actually just do. Part of this is we actually don't really have unis. Maybe go Steam Donkey then. Kind of really liked going. Actually, no, let's go explosives. We need to think about actually building up the unis a little bit. We should start building one tall, and I don't know where we're supposed to build it. Maybe in the capital. They take forever to employ up with the employment bug is like the problem, so it just feels really bad, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, our problem is, yeah, we're just going to go towards human rights, but it's going to take us a while, and we're probably not going to finish and instead rely on that spread. And then we're going to increase some of these unis a little bit. Try and keep an eye on the employment, and we won't add while they're still trying to employ up, because we don't want to, like, be inefficient in that way. I thought we were colonizing all those. I guess not. Daniel Denisel has been exiled. Can't invite anyone right now. And we are floating a ton of authority, which is gonna like greatly help the enactment time. And we have low tax. I guess we could keep the taxes even lower right now as we're still ramping up construction. We just have to remember the taxes are overly low right now. Sunda Islands, we're gonna add another one. Front and the back. We're gonna add a couple in collabs. Popular playwright endorses banning slavery. We had a popular playwright endorse the passing of slavery, so justice, I suppose. How did that come about so early that we got the EIEIC? Well, we reverse swayed. So currently, because we have a defense pact with the UK, they are very, very, very willing, and they should not be, but they are very willing to take a reverse sway and give us just about anything. And so, of those just about anythings, we took EIC, and that should just... They should basically be never willing to transfer this. Yeah. Not the Mosquito Kingdom Revolt, exactly. It was the Mosquito Kingdom Revolt, the great nemesis of Great Britain. One that they could not fully realize or appreciate would be their undoing without us. Or they did fully realize and appreciate that without us, it could not be... There could be no winning against such an enemy. Against such an enemy, there could be no victory, Gandalf. And so, yeah, that's what happened. Say it with your chest. We're probably going to try and go till about 12:15. Also, in regards to the stream, that is broken. Yes, it is very much broken. I'm assuming that the numbers will be adjusted by the time it hits live. Just kind of waiting. It is tempting to try and land that, but we've already waited so much. Sunk cost fallacy and everything, you know? The duel. Please let this be the two pacifists. Okay, a positivist and a royalist. Alright, sure. Oh, damn. The positivist died. Why can't we have nice things? Actually, we have a monarchy, so I guess we actually do want royalism. Grassroots support. Lower Central Java, lower strata. How much pops do you have? 2 million? I think we'll just get the reform faster. Everyone's going to become really happy once we get rid of slavery, or at least all the slaves will. 6% of the population will become... That's not a great war. World War I has not... Or that's the real Great War, exactly. Is migration turned off? Yes. This is why we went slavery. Because there was a way to get pops. But now, we would rather those slaves have higher SOL, because we are kind of getting close to being able to get onto human rights. And if we can get onto human rights, you know, then we will be able to pass multiculturalism, and then when they're not discriminated, we will be able to do stuff. And also, the employment bug on top of discrimination is actually just it's heinous in terms of like how it affects you. Yeah, we're not gonna. This consumption tax is not giving us a lot relative to the ability to pass a law way faster, I think. So yeah, that's the current state of affairs here. How are we doing on the? We've been expanding these food industries for some time now. We will watch their career with great interest. Let's see our trade routes. Let's check out the market prices a little bit. Yikes. Engines really expensive. Sigma tools. I mean, we were trying to build steel and tools and stuff up here. Yikes. Alright, let's get on some of these then. Labor saving PMs, so good. Do you have railways? You have a little bit. You are employing up. Are we on railway PMs? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. We have rails here. We have a little bit. Yeah, really the best industrial place for us here is Transvaal, but we are having a hard time getting them to employ up here, which means they have an infrastructure problem, which means we can't really build there, now can we? I guess we kind of want, yeah, let's put down road maintenance there. And maybe it'll fix a little bit better. I don't know. Will you let us out yet? No, not yet. I mean, if we killed some of their troops, they would let us out faster. If you ask me, all of these Dutch East Indies runs are cursed, pretty much. I would generally agree with that. The last one, I mean, the discrimination's like really painful. It's like extra painful for us now. Man, I wish we could build here. Oh, we can downsize buildings. Yeah, bro, we don't need those guns. Low-key don't need any of this either. Would rather have that. Push the EOS bonus, to be honest. And this way... Oh no! Don't employ there! It's fine, we'll build over it. But we can maybe get them to employ in the proper places. I think we're okay doing some of that action. Where are the slaves working? Were the slaves, or where are the slaves working in the mines? They can work in the mines. Slaves. There we go. Their SOL is not that much lower. Oh my gosh, just tuned in. You're still playing this Curse timeline? Yep. We'll probably... I imagine the patch gets updated on Monday, and then I switch to pre-recorded content. Or recorded content on Monday. And then we might even play this next Saturday as well. Poor Egypt. They're gonna get clapped. Come on. Do it. Free us from our mortal coil. I mean, free us from this prison of a war that we started, to be fair. No! Why'd you go in the... Okay, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let my people go. Oh, no, wait. We're the one who's not letting our the people go. Oh, we accept this deal. Thank you. The best deal in the history of deals. All right, that was a really botched, failed experiment. But now, here's the thing. We have a defense pact. Well, actually, what is this? Wait, when do we get Sardinia Piedmonts? What? Wait, what? When did the EIEIC take Sardinia Piedmonts? The stream is pre-recorded. This is true. What mods are we playing with? None. It says modified because we did the fix for that was supposed to fix employment. But the EIEIC was apparently a little naughty and full annexed Sardinia Piedmont at some time, I know not when. That is interesting. Should we also have another declared interest. We put it back in Oceania. Very, very, very interesting. Interesting. Not sure what to make of that. How slaves consume goods if they don't get paid. Now you're thinking with your capitalist brain. I mean, oh yeah, we can't reduce autonomy of subjects right now. Forgot. Let's also do this. So we have cleaner borders, maybe. I mean, I'm pretty, well, we have a ton of infamy, or we have no infamy, rather. So it's good for us to go after people. We can't annex any subjects. I guess we can experiment with this event chain, so let's take a save and see if, if us acquiring more subjects in the Rhine, well, actually, no, this won't work because Belgium didn't get incorporated into the Confederation of the Rhine, right? So we got to think about where we want to maybe add subjects. I mean, I guess Congo, right? And maybe we actually just conquer it. Or maybe we go after... No, we can't go after Benin. Maybe they'll be super nice and just back down. Yeah, I think they'll just be super nice and back down. Yeah, I see. Alright. East India Company is giving me a headache. You're getting a headache from the I see? What about Old MacDonald's army? He also had a farm. You know where the farm was? I see. The buildings buy goods then. I mean, kind of. The SOL is also really low. Like, we would rather the pops be free and growing. We would rather have plants than slaves. None of my messages are sending? Okay, why is that the one to send? Did you see your message on the Discord? No. Oh yeah, I saw the Sunni, I don't think, yeah, that you posted that it was possible. Super cursed. How do you do the Sunni HRE? It'll be a different kind of Holy Roman Empire, huh? You wanna just back down, please? Let us have our nice thing. I just realized that you said no mods, so the East Indies forming the HRE or Central Europe is part of vanilla content. That is correct. We can form Central Europe, because Central Europe, anyone of this culture can form Central Europe, of which is Dutch. You know who's Dutch? You know who's Dutch? The Dutch East Indies. As their primary culture. So you can, in fact, form as them. What happened to the Netherlands? The Netherlands, we subjugated them, made them a protectorate, and they instantly flipped to becoming the Confederation of the Rhine, which I don't really know what to make of that. But they also annexed Luxembourg simultaneously, so that was a little bit interesting. We're gonna try and really avoid universal suffrage, though, here, I think. The General Army is going to be the one we land with. They're really going to make us do it. Could land with Old MacDonald's army, but... we'll suffer a little bit of a penalty, but that'll be fine. Overall... Old MacDonald had an army. Supplements. Really love the UI change, I think, where you can kind of see what's going on. Pop growth's kind of a little bit nice right now. It's going to slow down after we get rid of slavery, though. After we can no longer import. How are we doing on these gold mines, actually? pretty well employed. Yeah. Everything's expensive. We just want the rail to employ up so we can build more tooling workshops. This place can't employ up. Oh, this employment bug is killing me, Smalls. Okay. Killing me, Smalls. You don't plan to explain it publicly because I'm worried it'll get patched easily if it's reported. I mean, it probably should be patched, but okay. That's fair enough. Don't tell me then, because I'm not a fan of having to keep secrets. Keep your secrets then, Gandalf. This is not a meme mod, though. I guess this landing is gonna happen. Let's zoom in so we can see it happen. As we maybe see it happen. Why is there a country called Central Europe? That's the HRE, but it's like the HRE base tag, and then it, if you're a monarchy, it switches to the Holy Roman Empire. And then if you're like a democracy or whatever, or like a republic, then it switches to like United States of Europe. Is it different than Mega Germany? It's way bigger. He's still singing it. EAEIC. It's so out of character with the dev's realistic approach. They did a poll, and the top 4 winners of the poll, they made formables based on the suggestion, and so I tried to get everyone to vote for Carthage, but we can't have nice things, so instead we have the Holy Roman Empire. Do naval invasions work in 1.5.3? Kind of. You can't like defend as well as you should be able to, which is maybe not a good thing. East Indians, East Borneo. Yeah, we'll do that actually. High generalists or high rationalists saying high generalists. Do you think that the CDs in this patch are overturned? The CDs? What do you mean by CDs? What does CDs stand for? You thought it was supposed to be top 3 winners? More Carthage anger. Oh. Like, so the Benelux become a formable, which is just Netherlands. So we got like this formable, United Netherlands. We got Central Europe formable, and then we got like Argentina plus like Paraguay, Uruguay formable, and then I forget the last formable, but we got 4, and it was just like, And so like, I don't know, I just like was not super happy with it. Hey man, I realized in the new Spada patch that armies you can't reinforce after battles, I guess. As Egypt, you fought the Ottomans a couple of years. That's part of the employment problem. That's like a bug. That's not how it's supposed to work. They're having a really hard time employing up. On top of having more attrition now in general. But yeah, you just like get riggedy wrecked. That's kind of also why we're really conservative. We don't have a lot of Dutch pops. The Dutch pops we need to become officers, and so that's kind of why we're trying to be conservative with the battles. Play is upset. That's why you don't ask me induced audience for game decisions. Oh yeah, I see. Rationalist got me again. CD's nuts. You got him. Wow. Is the migration? Here, I actually gotta screenshot this. I have my friend's wife was, like trying to do the streaming thing for a hot little bit, and, I would always try and get her, so now justice has been had. I gotta be on the lookout. Rationalist tried with these layups initially, and so I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're not gonna get me like this. Now he's doing the... He caught me with the... Snuck up on me. Alright, we do want to get... Is there really no good law we can pass? We need to stay monarchy. I mean, we want to get off... Oh, Jesus, we're still on agrarianism. That's right. This is really the worst timeline, isn't it? We're still on agrarianism. God. And the Industrialists have, like, no clout. Alright, we're gonna bolster them. We're still not on laissez-faire. Really, this is the word. Like, in my head, like, everything's okay, everything's not okay. You have to say that you're fine, but you have to say you're okay, but you're not okay. Let's get these guys the flock out of here so they don't get freaking Old McDonald. Nobody clipped that. So we don't want them to get trapped in the Congo after this war ends, which I think is a very strong possibility, so that's why we're doing that. Or getting them the flock out of there before they get Old McDonald. Congolese, they just want to be left alone for one timeline. Improvise, adapt, overcome, basically. Just hand them some peace. A piece of what? I guess we don't really care about their market being open, so we will hand them some peace. They are now a protectorate, which frees up us to put in a, I think we're going to put it in the Andes. Or we could go after a subject in Mexico. Let's go after having a subject in Central America. That way, once we have one, we will have a native interest there. Yeah. God, these guys have so much clout. But look, they have a royalist. Fantastic. They love it. The trade unionists have more power than the industrialists. This is the worst timeline. Did we at least reduce radicalism? No, no one cares that we banned slavery. Did not like this. People are just like, whatever. Didn't care anyways. Can't care, won't care. Oh, the truth hurts. Do we have a good place to build? I mean, I guess we have dyes and cotton here. Build a couple more of these. Let's see what our pops are kind of paying a lot for, if we can. It's the grain. I mean, and we're building a ton of rice too. The problem is the sugar, right? The sugar is not profitable enough. Let's see if we can export the sugar. If the sugar is more profitable, then we can build more rice. Oh, just a glut of sugar. Well, I mean, actually, just do this, right? Let's just maintain the single crop. That'll make way more grain. It's inefficient, but we're making more grain. What is the industrialist clout? Unacceptable? That's exactly what it is. Alright, we also have, can declare another war, right? So I think we're gonna go after... We will get an adjacency. I think so. We're gonna go for Guatemala. It'll give us an adjacency with Mexico. I think an adjacency with Mexico is gonna be a little bit better than an adjacency with New Granada. But we're mainly just declaring this to have the interest in the region. So we're gonna just go, hey, will you become our protectorate? No, you won't. Terrible. And we'll go for war reparations and opening the market as well, which makes them more likely to back down. Kind of approaching 200 construction, which is nice, except... Oh, actually, let's see how things are going. Are they not? Okay, we need another railroad. Okay, thank God that this railroad's not having some problems. This is fully employed. So we're just gonna add some more. Another trio. Actually add those at the front of the queue, I think. You really hoped your comment of peace would go over my head? Just hand them some pieces. Was there a jump in GDP when we banned slavery? I don't think so. The GDP has actually been going up at a really good clip because we have our level of construction relative to our GDP is just absolutely enormous, but this is entirely because we're getting like subject payments from EIC. And so, yeah. Because they were already slaves of the Emperor, the Grand Emperor, the Emperor in exile. But I mean, we're hoping that, yeah, we want to develop more diplomatic interests, and we're trying to develop like a smattering of like, ones where we can interfere in plays if something happens, and get some juicy bits, but that's kind of why we're... Actually, we don't need this one here anymore, because we are going to be having a subject there. So instead, we might want to put in... Wait, why don't we have an interest in Zanj? The frick? No, Zanzibar got released? Come on, bro. Just declared it Niger. Unfortunately, there's not a little snippet for us to go after in Niger, actually, but we might go after Benin, which has relatively good map view. What does the UK want? Transfer subjects, obligations? Nah. Did you puppet the East India Company? Bro, there's no way we can decrease autonomy on them. And secondarily, with our defensive pact with the UK, we actually can't. We would have to end their defensive pact. We kind of like that they're being protective and like giving us free bits for every play. So Honduras is having a play. They're having a time. Truly, it's one of the times of all time. We're gonna land with the General Army. Let's see how fast these employ up here. It's a Dominion. It was a Dominion when we transferred it and we haven't reduced. Is this really just gonna employ up all nice and stuff? No, it's not. Okay, so we'll stop expanding this for now. We'll leave it be. Should empower the Intelligentsia though. And this will be nice. Do either of you want help? You don't want help. Why don't you want help? It's an existential war for you, my guys. Surely you would not mind some assistance. They would mind some assistance. How much are we even getting from minting? 68k. Wow, nearly our entire economy of income is a combination of minting and diplo pacts. This is the worst. Minting and diplo pacts together make up 140k of our income. We are getting 28k from other sources. We like have no economy because we have no good mappy states to build in. And even when we build in the good mappy states, they don't employ up properly, and we get stuff like this monstrosity, where we can't build more in Transvaal, so we've just been building over all these subsistence farms. This is actually just like... Hopefully Europe starts getting some humanitarian or anarchist agitators soon. Yeah. It's an awesome act. This is the worst, like, national revenues. Freaking, we should actually just clip this, to be honest. This is the worst national revenue, the most cursed national revenue I've ever made. Like, actually, why even have the consumption tax on? Bro. We should just... well, I guess we can't do much else with it. can we? Actually, just like encourage resource somewhere is probably better. Where do we have a ton of... Actually, where do we have the most mines? Here? Okay. Yes, dear. This actually probably generates us more revenue, to be honest. Whoa, what's up with your... Come on. Your railway can't employ up. Don't know what to do about this. You have unused arable land. I guess we'll build over it. Please go work in the railway rather than the gold mines. What have we done? They're working in the gold mines instead of the railway. There's even a shortage. The actual goal is to form the HRE, yes. East Indies lands are already quite big. We're working on it. Did we actually get in? Are they full occupied? They're full occupied. So we will send him back. We do not want him to get old McDonalded. So we'll just send him back to his home HQ instead of anything else. Yeah, we've just built so many arable land buildings just to get our places to employ up. Is the problem, I guess, with like our overall eco. The beta is really broken. That is what's going on. It's most of Indonesia. It's like 5 actual states and then a bunch of split states and puppets. Yeah. Switch to consumption-based taxation so we don't tax the pops. Just make like our income thing look even worse. Hey, we finished colonizing Calebs. Oh, counts as incorporated? Hot. We colonized Calebs so much before they did the... I think it was 1.2 they did the claims colonization changes. Alright, so... all has been quiet. We're really hoping for more stuff so we can transfer. What happened here? They really lost the Civil War against these guys? Not like this. So New South Wales is now all of Australia we can get from the UK. This is the worst timeline. I mean, we could conquer Zanzibar to maybe get a little bit of an ingress here, but I think we're losing the colonization game. We needed to take stuff from the UK before. They just haven't been having... Actually, we just don't have a lot of Diplo interest. Okay. Just kind of taking a look. I guess we go after Benin, right? This was the plan. Could just conquer Benin. That's actually kind of appealing. They have a decent amount of pops. It is a decent chunk of infamy, though. But the problem is we can't reduce infamy, or we can't reduce autonomy very easily, and we're trying to find places to build. But we're actually just going to get bricked on the railroads, huh? They have 20 barracks. Maybe we can't even take Benin. What's your name, girl? What are your PMs? Can we know their PMs? I guess if we look at their army power projection and it's just 20. Yeah, so they're just using irregulars. We'll also, if we just annex them, we'll also get an adjacency with Sokoto. Which is kind of nice. Denmark, what are you doing here, girl? I mean, there's a chance they back down if we just try and protect her at them, which would be nice. I think we can land them because they have irregulars. I think we'll just go for the protectorate here. Play a little bit of the long game. Hope that they back down and we can get something else going. Playa, do you know exactly, since you're here, do you know exactly how the Confederation of the Rhine thing works? Or if there's a, like, way that we can we vassal feed these guys or no, is kind of the question. USA is looking nice. Yep, it's a nice looking USA. You don't see that too often. Consumption-based taxation is secretly OP because you can go very low taxation without reducing the amount of taxes you get from income. Oh man, this guy's here with the memes. Thoughts? I think in the early game you want money. I mean, you could do... yeah. In the early game, wanting money informs a lot of what you do. God, we've ran that army into the ground. Alright, so we're going to actually transfer all the skirmish back to the reserve army. Why did that not work? Come on, dude, this UI sucks balls. Okay. Maybe take Belgium. Belgium's already a protectorate. The most fun I've had personally is taking only Brunei and some surrounding islands as landfang and becoming the world's tallest nation. That's a worthy cause. More so than any world conquest. Most fun I've had is landfang when I took the entirety of Qing and became great landfang based. So now the reserve army has all the troops. So let's transfer some to the general army back, which was never what we wanted to not do. Wait, why is it... Bro, this highlights everything for all of them? Look at this. Beautiful. So now we will have the troop numbers from the skirmish, but I think it doesn't average based on the number of guys you have. I think it averages based on... Actually, let's transfer one more guy. I think it doesn't transfer based on the number of gentlemen you have. I believe it transfers based on the... Or actually, I mean, I guess I would have to check those, but I think it... I would not be shocked if it averages, you get your average offense based on the number of battalions, not how many troops there actually are, because otherwise they'd just have to, I think that's a bigger calculation. Alright, we'll mobilize. You want to back down? You have huge gold reserves, maybe you don't. Why don't we annex the Rhine Confederacy and move the capital back to Europe? We currently have a defense pact with the UK and we can't do anything. Because you have no migration and buildings can hardly hire. What's the point of the journal entry? No, you get Confederate of the Rhine that you can feed other German puppets to. That's what I thought, but like... Flanders is also a subject of ours and they aren't getting fed to the Confederation. But maybe they get fed if we lower their autonomy in Belgium? Let's see, migration to Indonesia from China, and you don't get that right now. Yeah. Just bugged. Broken migration. Confederation of the Rhine is when you have two amicable protectorate or more in the Rhine area. Okay. Too amicable or better. So the fact that we don't have good relations, if we had good relations with these guys, they would incorporate Belgium? Is this what you're saying? Got it. Okay. I guess we'll improve relations and get these guys to... Well, actually, I'm not even sure we want to do this. But I guess we'll go after Hanover. He's on the beta. He's not following any updates. He's playing on the next update's beta. I hate how important gold reserves are to the boldness. Yeah, I kind of think it's stupid, too. I would generally agree. There's the general army going in. It should be fixed soon. Yeah, a lot of the very serious bugs will probably be fixed tomorrow. Would be my guess. It's only for North and South German countries, because apart from that, how the beta works. Oh, I wonder if it wasn't the Netherlands that took Luxembourg, but Luxembourg that took the Netherlands. You will definitely be playing Dutch East Indies when the hotfix is not like this. Go monarchy and slavery. Would you consider a Congo run where you vassalize and enslave the Belgians? I would consider it, but like those runs are really tedious. Like the decentralized like runs are generally kind of rough. Can't build in Transvaal right now because of reasons. At minimum, hiring and migration will be fixed tomorrow's betas to make the beta at least playable. That's what I'm hoping, and then we will probably pull back off the streams quite a bit and just switch to only streaming on Saturday, because I have a lot of runs I need to get through now. Oh no, there's no way we can land this. Son of a bizzle. Assimilation, I hate that it's useless, man. Bothers me a lot that assimilation's like completely useless. Yeah, they just have so much defense now with the changes, because the base like irregulars are just really good at defending. I mean, I guess we're killing a lot of guys. Maybe we'll do it in a few battles, but the start of battle we had 6k into 20k, mainly because we don't have that many cannons. We have a decent chunk of dead and wounded. Let's see what happens now. And we're just... Oh, I guess we've killed off enough, or killed and wounded enough troops that we're starting to get good enough things. Luckily, both generals blundered. You'll love to see it. I wish it showed us like a kind of better calculation. Oh, we hate to see it. Damn, damn, damn. Alright, the general army. Alas. Wait, what? Why do you... Alright, well, we'll send these guys, and these guys, and these guys. We will send them all to the reserves. And from the reserves, we will send these guys, and I guess these guys to the general army. But we cannot. Because of reasons. Got it. Those dastardly reasons. What about old MacDonald's army? Is it his time to shine? Alright. Old MacDonald had an army. Wait, what? Oh, no one's leading old MacDonald's army. We just gotta check to see if there's anyone named MacDonald. Surely there's not, but if only. Psychological affliction. This is the man we want to lead Old MacDonald's army, actually. And you guys say I never RP. God, I feel like we're just wood chipping troops here, though. Unfortunate. They can't leave anyways, so... Try to get patriotic fervor. Oh, that's a good shout. This authoritarian gentleman. Well, I don't think there's a really good way to do it. We could swap to professional army. Off of peasant levies. Is peasant levies really not that meta? Let's see. Goods for military buildings. This is actually probably not going to really be useful for us for some time. The goods for military buildings. I think peasant levies might be meta, but maybe it's not meta right now. You know, it's Mr. Right, just not Mr. Right now. When he checks the list of all the AI countries, they're all doing horrible as well. Yeah, because they can't employ up either. No artillery army. Yeah, well, we can't recruit troops, so it's like pain. Rationalist says, bugs aside, this has been one of the more enjoyable streams so far. Yeah, you're just saying that because you got me. Alright, I mean, maybe we just go pro-army just to do that. God, that feels silly. We also really want to get laissez-faire. Man, this is the worst. I mean, we could conscript up, too, to fill the general army, actually. I just realized. What the hell? I don't know why I couldn't click. Oh. Old MacDonald's army's still gonna take a crack at it, though. First. Jack says he enjoys the streams as well. Well, thank you very much. What if there was a McDonald, but he was a young lad? Would that still work? That would be even better. You should try and crash professional army anyways. It makes everyone happy. But we want to live the dream. I mean, this is probably just... Yeah, it's probably just not a dream for this run. We're going to do it with Xing, though. We're going to play around with staying peasant levies forever. Because now, I mean, like, the fact that the only thing that it's disallowing in terms of PMs is, like, the training is, like... This seems so good. You know, just... It's a free money modifier. Now, it's only right now giving us, like, a stimulation of, like, 500 ducats or whatever. So, that's probably... Yeah. We'll just go pro-army. That's fine. Everyone's happy, except the landowners. Not that you have to pass it, but start the enactment. Yeah, but I don't like pump faking my pops. I don't consider mercantilism and interventionism to be that bad. They have their benefits. I generally would disagree with... I mean, I think laissez-faire is just way better. Mercantilism, you can make an argument if you were trying to empower the petite bourgeoisie, though. But, like, you have to be specifically doing that, I think. Thank God. The industrialists are now demarginalized. We're probably actually going to stop and start going for laissez-faire. Actually, maybe we... Okay, maybe we pass this to make everyone happy, and then we can actually go laissez-faire. Oh boy. I wish you could stop a landing instead of watching your troops get wood chippered. Instead, we just watch the troops get wood chippered. Alright, so we have 24 months on human rights. Now I think what we're going to do is we are going to switch to sports. Postal savings. And we're going to research some of the other ones in order to remove some of this malice. Sit straight, man. I mean, you're not wrong, but not wrong. I also don't really like being told to sit straight, so you're not wrong. What is your offense? It's all infantry. We've not been able to recruit cavalry or artillery. We've been trying to recruit this 5 artillery for like 10 years, Palea. We cannot recruit anything. We've not recruited a single non-cannon unit this entire time. The employment bug combined with discrimination is absolute hell for trying to employ up a barracks. It just, you do not get to employ up a barracks. Oh, as a command? Sit, straight man. You straight man with your lazy sitting. Can't take it anymore. I mean, I think we'll just let them conscript up a little bit, a hot minute. We might even get another one of these boats built. Yeah, we've also been waiting for forever on boats. Yeah. Elizabeth, Grandma, you don't want to have back issues. Yeah, I mean, I also like work out a lot, and I don't think I have a really strong back. Like, it's I don't think I'm in danger of I can support a lot of weight with a twisted spine. I mean, maybe I should even show you guys. Are we really? Okay. We're just dum-dum. Hey, look at what the AI did. That's a colonial administration. I wonder if they can transfer this to us. Bro. Bro. Will they be willing to give us Lindy? That'd be sick. I wonder if they're annexable. Yeah, this is just 2,000 troops and that's it. Also, it'll be easier to recruit up once we have pro army as well. Some side scoliosis. Prove your posture heterosexual. I mean, I can show you guys what I mean when I say. Like, that I think my spine is, like, strong enough to not really be overly concerned. Let's find the heaviest one of these. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. I know I did it. Did I really never upload that? No shout, I never uploaded that. Bro, I never uploaded it? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Lindy these nuts. Yeah, we got him. Alright, so maybe these will recruit up a little bit better. Straight, sit up straight, pull your shoulders back, and straighten out your neck. Can we start a poll for you to have good posture? Absolutely not. I'm gonna sit how I wanna sit, man. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, I do not want to be like focused on my posture overall, like as a, like trying to interact with chat, trying to be entertaining, trying to play the game effectively, which like very suspicious, and then like you know, there at a certain point there's only so many things you can concentrate on. You know what I mean? I guess we're gonna transfer a lot over to the General Army again. God. So that transfer worked all right. You can't see what I sent? I got bopped? You didn't know I left, bro? I'm super strong. I am really strong. When people are like, you're the strongest Victoria 3 player, I'm like, you know, you have no idea what I think of when people say that. Part 1.5.3, it's hard to increase GDP. Yeah, like the AI struggles as well, except for China. China does okay. To a lesser extent, Great Britain also does okay, and EIC also does okay, but Great Britain does okay because they're getting money from EIC that's doing okay, but like, we're like 24 years or whatever in, and we got this going on. But that's what I mean when I say like, my spine will be fine. I wonder how close we are to getting another Man of War here. I mean, we can just cheese it. Let's just cheese it. I hate doing this, but also it's obviously super buggy. We're just gonna add one in a bunch of places. So what this will do is, if it's just employed with a single person and it's the first one, it'll give you another level on the fleet. What are the major changes of 1.5.3? There is a lot, but the biggest one is probably this, where now you can make unit compositions where like the infantry will be good at defending, the artillery will be better overall and good at pushing, and then the cavalry is good in the early game and it falls off super hard until you get tanks, but they're better for battle occupation specifically. Also, I think stuff people are excited about is new formables, as well as additional events for all the formables, including Benelux or the United Netherlands and Central Europe, and we are trying to form Central Europe / the HRE as the Dutch East Indies. That's kind of our objective for this run. That clip gave you anxiety, especially towards the end when you dropped it. Yeah. It's a lot of weight. That's like a lot of weight to lift overhead. And sometimes I do drop it. I've only dropped the weight on myself once, though. They cannot just leave. Honestly, I need to start lifting weights again. Do it. Or, like, just, like, a lot of people, like, entry-level exercise, like, just walking is, like, super, super good. We should see this just, like, pop up a much higher level, like, basically instantly. And they should be able to then land with the General Army. I've started to endurance trade with running for a couple kilometers, which I like, but I need to strengthen up the body as a whole. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, if you're running, that's, like, so much better than, like, just being, like, entirely sedentary. Like, being sedentary is, like, really not the bizzle. Alright, we're gonna try and land with the General Army again. Now that we have a big enough navy. One man, one boat. One man, one boat. It's a nope for me. Yeah, I got some other stuff on my other YouTube channel. Generalist strength. It is my second biggest channel. Alright, looks like we can get in now. Maybe. Maybe. This is maybe not so good. I mean, we're kind of pushing. We blundered and they camoed, though. Maybe we don't like it anymore. We have better morale recovery than they do because we have some of those PMs. So, yeah, their morale is just absolutely getting shredded. Yeah, so we're going to win this. Nice. I wonder if that has to do with our morale recovery or decay. Or what exactly? Are you hiring troops and boats in the Netherlands? We are. Or in Netherlands? We're hiring them in Indonesia here, not in the Netherlands. Because we haven't annexed them yet. It's very tragic. But now this next battle they should have, oh, I thought they were going to have really low morale leading into it. I guess they might have more than one general. But this offense into this defense is much better for us, so it looks like we'll finally get in on these boys. And they will become our protectorate. Really was hoping that they would just back down without a fight, though, because we're just getting, our troops are just getting shredded here. Oh my god. I want to build the gold mine, but we have infrastructure problems. And they won't employ up. God, this is so... Not being able to employ up, specifically railways, is actually just incredibly frustrating. Oh, and now we have a ton... Now they finally employed up the railway. So we finally have the infrastructure here. Alright, well, I guess I won't. This is good with us. We're fine with this. I mean, we don't have enough pops to do anything, but... And we can't get any migration. Yeah, this is actually just the worst timeline ever. This might be playable, though. If they hotfix and this is still, like, loadable, I wonder if this is going to be playable, you know, afterwards, which is kind of the consideration of maybe doing it on next Saturday, so... You don't mind? What's your goal with training? To just get as strong as possible in a general sense. Which for me means that I'm trying to get strong on like 9 total lifts. So we have another drink. I'm trying to get strong on the clean and jerk and the snatch, which are the weightlifting events. Don't let this guy get here. I'll restation him. Can't get him lost. So the clean and jerk and the snatch, which are the weightlifting events, which are, by weightlifting I mean what they do in the Olympics. Powerlifting, which is the bench, the squat, and the deadlift, which is, the weightlifting lifts are like explosive strength. I'm not as good as those at the powerlifting lifts, which are like slower like lifts with the squat, bench, deadlift, and then those, you are operating just on a, like, I forget the like technical way to like word it, but you are operating in a, like, everything is symmetric and perfectly oriented, and this is not the way like anything that happens in real life. Often when you are called to use strength in real life, you are going to have a twisted spine or be bent, or it's going to be asymmetric. You're holding something with one arm and not the other. And so I think that both, you know, powerlifting and weightlifting is an incomplete representation of strength, and you need asymmetric strength as well. And so I train the bent press, which is getting the weight overhead with one arm, and then the one-arm snatch, which is off the floor above the head with one arm, which my best for one-arm snatch is 160 pounds. And then also the Turkish get-up, where you're lying on the ground and you pull the weight over and then you stand up with the weight with one arm. And I think my best on that is a 145, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've hit a Turkish get-up PR. And so, I mean, we could end this defensive pact, but then they won't give us absurd things. But ooh, Australia did Australia things. Yeah, I think we want to take Australia at some point, and we want to do it through the dirty diplomacy. So, but now we should have another diplo interest, right? And so we're slowly acquiring more interests. I think there's about maybe go up to North Africa next. Tripolitania would be nice to get. Do you think your Victoria 3 knowledge might be limited because you usually stop at around 1900? This is one of my concerns. I don't know what to do about it because the game performance is too low for me to like really continue in a way that makes sense. But yeah, I am starting to think, because I used to play towards the end of the game every time, so I'm beginning to think my grasp of what the late game meta feels like is a little bit decayed. This is a concern of mine. But at the same time, like, the phase of the game that, like, by the time you're hitting the late game, you're also, all your feedback tends to be less useful in general, like the feedback you're getting from the game, because everything works and you're already so powerful that, like, nothing matters. And, like, also you are in that situation less. So the exact situation when I get to, that I'm in, when I get to, like, 1900 with Great Britain, for example, I probably have a sample size of 1 for that situation for every single late game I've ever done, right? Whereas the start, you can loud cars. You can really, every time you start a new game, like, you get a new data point that is like identical to the start, and so there's like less confounding variables, like in terms of evaluating like what's good and not, and so like it's also easier to evaluate like what is effective at game start. And so this is a concern of mine, but I don't know what to do about it. Like, other than buy a new processor, but that's not going to be in the cards unless, like, I'm going to continue to be frugal until I can kind of get to the income level, the monthly income level per month that I need to make the streaming and making videos viable. Because right now I have, like, enough money saved up to, like, last till, like, February-ish. A little bit longer because I'm making a little bit more money, but because of that, I don't want to just drop, like, $600 on a new processor or something. At the set values, like PDX said, they said value of to 3 instead of -2, and it seems fine. I have made the adjustment. It's still, like, we're still having railroad problems, which is, like, really, more than any other problem, that actually is the most obnoxious. And, like, I mean, we could also delete and then rebuild some stuff, but, like, it's only going to do so much, you know? So those guys, 1K of that employment will now get deleted and hopefully go to the railway instead. I think making the engines and coal cheaper actually might be what we need to do, so let's kind of try and do some of that. But, like, nothing employs, my guys. So we just need to... Oh my god, we have so many of those to build over. All the pops are in the trades... Nope, they're not even in the trade center. So yeah, we have some problems. Can we try to play Dynam? Not right now. Dynam does have a decent mappy state in Anam. Which, oh, does Anam get rubber? Does anyone know? I think someone was messaging me about this, and I didn't know, I think, where Danam was in the world, but we have dyes, rice, cotton. I mean, you still can't get to 51 with these, so a place like North Bengal is probably overall going to be way better for building clothes, but we do have this interesting thing where if they would have every single one of the resources if they have rubber. I don't think they get rubber. I think the rubber is, like, in this south portion here, if I recall correctly, and it doesn't appear up here. I remember looking at it and being like, there's 0 places that have every single input for the things. Interesting, but it makes sense. Yeah, Paradox needs to, yeah, with in regards to the weight. I mean, it also, in regards to the lifting, I'm also bad at everything as a consequence of being like that. Like, I could be way better at almost every type of lift, and I'm not, because if you want to be better at something, you have to specialize, and this is kind of true with everything. And, like, I've never, in my life, I've kind of done a lot of things where I've gotten kind of I've gotten fairly good at the thing, and then I just kind of abandon it, and I lose interest. Which, like, I have a medium, middling to good skill level in a lot of things, but I'm not a specialist. I think we can land into this, right? Maybe. We'll also mobilize the General Army and the Reserve Army. Or Old MacDonald's army, we'll transfer 2 of his units over to the General Army. Try and get that going. Paradox Interactive needs to optimize late game performance. Yeah, or, I mean, just kind of performance in general. Like, it's not like you just hit the late game and then suddenly it craters because of something inherent in the late game. Like, I could probably play past 1900 if I didn't build 20,000 construction, you know? That seems to be like one of the really major driving forces. Our economy is popping off, but it's just because we have this obscene level of income from minting and diplopacts. This is the most unbalanced economy I've ever made. Or we've ever made. I guess this will give us a... Oh, this will give us a permanent interest in the region. And I think this is the one that has the lead bonus. I mean, we could colonize all of it, I guess, though. Get a nice looking map. Build a bunch of anchorages. Cry that they can't employ up. Something like this. Hey Java, how's it going? For Victoria 3 runs to be complete, what I want is to buy 1910 and then end the run. Is to complete what you want by 1910 and then end the run, yeah. I could definitely go to 1910 if I really wanted to. Also, but the in terms of making videos, the videos from later into the run don't do as well, generally speaking as well, and they also take a lot longer to make, so this is another reason. All-around strength is much more beneficial in the real world compared to focus strength in other areas, yeah. Like, as far as, like, athletically, for people who train, like, just pure strength, I'm, like, a lot more athletic than the average person who just trains pure strength, I think. Well, actually, I mean, you can argue that the weightlifters are a lot more athletic than me. But the powerlifters probably not. For my size. Gotta qualify that statement, actually. Like, entirely, because I'm really, really big. And most people who are this big aren't that athletic. We'll do something like this. Which is maybe an incredibly low bar. Peasant army versus pro army with Xing, which is better is why. I think that what you're trying to do with Xing is Xing has a special modifier, right, on their armed forces where they get decreased price of goods, and I'm thinking that I am interested in trying to stack that modifier with the minus, minus military goods cost. Great Xing, now you can get it only 30% instead of 50%, but 30% from their IG, another 25% here for a total 55% discount. And then with that discount, I think you just turn on literally all your mobilization things, and this is a free money modifier stimulating the economy because you're buying it at a lower rate. However, building more construction might be better, like in the short term, but I think getting onto peasant levies in the late game is actually incredibly hard, so you have to, I think you just stay on it. Imagine if inflation was in the game, that'd be so dope. And you had the proportion of minting, it would no longer be dope, yes. Go for Australia so the entire Indian Ocean can be renamed to the East Indian Ocean. Yeah, that's the plan. We will hopefully these guys back down. It's wild that they think they could win this. We actually should have checked if they have line infantry though. I'm not sure if we can actually land. I think they do win this if they have line. No, they don't. Tripoli is the capital, so we will be landing in on that, hopefully. So Old McDonald's aren't... We'll take a look at the reserve army, and we're going to move... We see that we have now 13 ships. So we'll move one from the reserve army into the general army. And the general army... Actually, I don't want it to bug out again, so we're just going to try with this to get in on Tripoli, and hopefully it works. Troops are really having a hard time recruiting. God, I wish we had... Just like everything being so busted is like so painful right now. How long until we get this? Probably pretty soon until we get human rights, to be honest. Let's check and see how this one's doing here, this uni. Okay, the uni is getting up there. We're just gonna add a bunch to it. POV Generalist goes through Gaza to get to Transvaal and Orania, basically. This is the worst timeline. We even, like... It also... We could not go through Zulu because they had too many troops, but we could go through Gaza, so it wasn't even a meme. Is getting on to peasant levies in the late game really hard? It is quite a bit hard. Trade unions support it? Yeah, but your trade unionist as Qing is not going to get strong until really late. Unless you're doing weird stuff. I mean, you can do weird stuff. Yeah. Yep. You typed the second part, like, as soon, basically right after I said it. Or with the 1 hour delay. Or the 1 hour delay. 1 minute delay. I remember having pro army as Qing and trying to get off of it and it being annoying and difficult. I really don't know how the East India Company ended up taking this. Maybe the UK swayed them with the offer of it? Somehow? Alright, time to get in, boys. I said time to get in, boys. 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 What's going on? I mean, we're crushing their morale. Maybe we still win this. They're really losing a lot of morale. No, we probably don't. Alas. Poor Yorick, I knew him well. Horatio. Do I play any other Paradox games? Not really too much anymore. I used to play a lot of European Assaults 4. I stopped after Leviathan. I was actually really annoyed with Leviathan. And like, I literally haven't played since. So that was kind of it. And now I just don't have enough of the DLC that I don't want to play. I don't want to pay $60 to be able to play again. I played a little bit of Hoey. I guess Crusader Kings is kind of the closest to what I would be playing now. And maybe I'll make Crusader Kings content. I mean, obviously, everyone is here for Victoria 3. And so that's kind of why I try and play a ton of Victoria 3. East Indies, East India Company, EIEIC. And on that company, they had a boat. EIEIC. I wonder if we have another... No, we don't have another interest from having more boats. Tragic. On a gaining interest level, frigates also might be better overall for gaining interests. I'm not sure. I think that these guys probably don't gain you any more interests, but the labor is really the expensive thing, or one of the expensive things, and so going on this seems good, but... Yeah, I see. But we basically are just playing this entire run without a military, because our military can't recruit up because of the bug. Right, so... It's the zero military run. It's the best of runs, except it's the worst of runs. Alright, so where do we want our interest to be? I guess maybe the Balkans would be okay. We kind of want La Plata, though. Let's put in La Plata. Or actually, Andes might be a little bit better, because then if there's a rev in Argentina, Bolivia, or Ecuador, we can help them out or whatever. That's why you pay 0 ducats by pirating all the DLCs as a FU to their policies. No, I don't like pirating games. At least not anymore. I mean, I did it when I was younger. But you could do that, I recognize. God. The fact that railroads will not employ up is actually just, like, incredibly triggering. But now we have a bunch of extra infra here. So, even though these aren't going to... You know, they're going to have problems, we're just going to build some of this stuff here. I don't know what to say. This would be our best industrial province. Well, let me rephrase it. It is our best industrial province. We do have significant... inability to get labor there, though. We don't even have that much labor anyways, but... And our SOL is not that great. Is our SOL, like, relative to the rest of the world? Oh my god, we actually kind of have okay SOL. I guess we're off slavery now, so maybe it makes sense. Now we're pushing pretty handedly. Takes a little while to occupy all of them, though. It's interesting, you will have always offensive battles while you are landing. So getting in initially, maybe it's the case that you went half cavalry, half cannons, just because all your battles will be offensive, at least initially. Oh, what is this? Bro. What happened? That's so triggering. They joined the Austrian market, so now we can't enforce on them? Dude, that's so stupid. We can't enforce on them because... I'm taking a screenshot in case I want to report. I never report bugs, but like just balance opinions. But this is, dude, that's so stupid. Because it's not like we can land Austria to enforce it, so we're just going to enforce just the war reparations, I guess. Because they're now in the customs union. Just during the team, the Dutch invasion of Tripoli. Ah, yes, the famous red light district of North Africa, basically. I only bought the base game law on EU4. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's not how I like to roll. Dude, that's so dumb. That's so stupid. We pay the infamy, we do the entire war, and we just get war reps. Thanks, Austria. Thanks, Obama. Alright. Be funny if East Timor instead of Timor means, so East, it would be the East Company, East India Company. You know what Lil Wayne said? Down East, down East, got. What's the goal today? To survive. We're actually probably going to be concluding the stream reasonably kind of in shortish order, but the goal for today, we're trying to move towards multiculturalism at this current juncture. We are going to try and form the HRE, but we have too much discrimination on our pops. It's negatively affecting pop growth and literacy and this type of stuff, so this is why we're moving in this direction. But the overall goal for the entire run is forming the HRE as the Dutch East Indies, which you can do, and is probably the most cursed forming of the HRE country you could do. We also want to do the United Netherlands. We're trying to experiment with this to see if the Confederation of the Rhine event will annex Belgium after we have Belgium up to cordial. And then we will annex at some point the Confederation of the Rhine or reduce their autonomy, probably try and reduce their autonomy. We can't right now because Great Britain is in a defensive pact with us and we are in their market. I suppose we could leave at their market and still be in the defensive pact, right? Huh. We could do that. I think we would have massive shortages of all of our industrial goods, though, and we would not be able to adjust to those shortages because the employment is bricked. So, yeah, we're just trying to survive the bugs right now. And then hopefully tomorrow they hotfix it in such a way that maybe we can continue this run, because I think this run is pretty funny. We were going slavery, because migration's also broken, we were going slavery. We just got off of it in order to actually gain some pops. We do want to start another war. Man, I'm so disappointed we didn't get freaking Tripoli, Tania. That's so stupid. It's so dumb. How dumb is it, chat? Extra dumb. Colder than cold. Ice cold. It's colder than being cold. Ice cold. I guess these guys stopped improving relations with us at some point, though, so we'll just do this, and we'll move the General Army back, and we'll have Old MacDonald handle Landfang, I think. Landfang has gold. Also, our income, if you take a look, Dibble Pack 74k, minting 70k out of 170 whatever k. It is a bit of a thing. I suppose we do want to be, like, adding more construction, but problem is like, it's weird and it's not working properly. Nothing's working properly. But we'll just add it. We are currently running extra low taxes, so we can definitely increase taxes to increase construction. Hey Generalist, you were playing on Zulu on 1.4, and after researching prospecting, no gold mines and gold fields show up. Any idea what to do? You're playing as Zulu. Well, no gold appears in Zululand, if this is what you mean. No gold appears in Zulu. If you're talking about Transvaal and here, you just have to be patient, maybe. Let's take a look at the technology, because I don't remember prospecting at all. Prospecting's... So, I believe this gives you some resource discovery chance, but you get a lot more when you research nitroglycerin, so you could try and maybe go towards nitroglycerin, but it's also just a random roll. On the states around them, yeah, it's a random roll. They don't just automatically appear, and so you can just get lucky or unlucky, but the dynamite and the other one increase your chances. But it is a random roll, and apparently you got unlucky. Yeah, no one wants to work in the gold mines. No one wants to work these days. Kids these days, nobody wants to work. I guess we'll use the reserve army too. I mean, they're stationed in the Indonesia HQ. I wonder if they still, just being stationed there, you can catch the advance. It looks like you can't anymore. It looks like you have to be on the front, which sucks, because they're going to eat a ton of attrition. What is Lindy? Lindy is a colonial administration released by the UK, which is a bit of a new thing. I'm not sure what the incentive is for you, the player, to ever do it. It seems like it's no good. The AI had it on the first few years. Yeah, the AI rolled high. You rolled low. The truth hurts. This is my understanding. I haven't, like, done the deep dive on all the things related to gold at this current point in time, but my understanding is, you know, you will start getting better and better as you get nitroglycerin, dynamite, and pneumatic tools. You will get better and better resource discovery chance. I guess, are our universities? They are. Let's go. The unis are employing. You saw you played Stannis and CK a Game of Thrones in your playlist. Are you also I am a fan of, or just a show watcher? Okay, well, when you put it like that, I guess I would be just a show watcher. Actually, I read the first book, but yeah, I would, are you a fan or just a show watcher? The truth hurts. Are you a fan or a real fan? Do you like Game of Thrones, or do you live it? Yeah, we did a little bit of a Stannis CK3. The reason I was having a blast at that run. The reason we stopped for that run is because the mod was showing nudity, even with the no nudity setting on, and I didn't want to accidentally break my YouTube. My brain. My brain. We're gonna use like all the labor saving PMs kind of all the time, really, because of how employment is like just absolutely scuffed. Do we really have not a single? I guess we don't have a single one of those. Organized sports. Now we're getting a ton of research because we are getting both the tech spread and the other stuff, so we will be in on this shortly on human rights, because after this finishes, then we just need human rights, and then I think we'll go maybe steel frame into investment banks, something like this. So we will have to get more steel. And I think I know where we want to do it, but if the bug gets fixed, we're slapping down a greener grass campaign on Transvaal so fast it'll make your head spin. Of course, we'll have to build little ports everywhere. You like Game of Thrones, or or do you snort is the drag? What? That is gotta go back to the drawing board with the sentence, I think. The mod is based on the books canon, not the show. Do I like cocaine or damn it. I'm not supposed to say drug names on stream. Truth hurts. Alright, the Industrialists are up and going. I think we... Well, first let's check for an agitator. We can't do anything. Alright, so... How handsome are we feeling today is the real question. When we exile this gentleman, will we get a humanist? We could, of course, cheese it. We're not going to do that, but what we could do is we could save and exile him, and if we get a humanist, great. If we don't get a humanist, we reload, wait one day, exile him again, get a humanist. And the reason we want a humanist is because we want to go multiculturalism. But we're so handsome and good-looking and good at this game that we're just going to get a humanist anyways when we exile this reformer. They misspelled humanist. Or sorry, humanitarian. It's humanitarian. I always think it's humanist in my brain. Small brain hour. We will go with this setup instead. I mean, there's two positivists. Maybe it's time for a little technocracy. The technocratic Holy Roman Empire. I wonder what it is when it's a technocracy, actually. And this would bring the trade unionists up, and it would also smash the clout of the rural folk. The rural folk don't care about this swap. So maybe we go technocracy. We of course also do want to go like laissez-faire and free trade, but let's take a little bit of a poll. Technocracy. Do we love Game of Thrones or do you snort it like a drug? Ah, I got it. I got you. Oof. Are there no humanitarian or anarchist agitators? None that we can invite. One of my screenshots got 3 flame reacts on the Discord. You're famous now. Oh baby. Is that the one where you got the freaking 80% Intelligentsia cloud in like 36? Are you allowed to say the chemical names for drugs? Maybe, I'm not sure. But probably not the second one, yeah. HRE technocracy is pan-European technate. It's pan-European technate? Well, now we know. Now it's less exciting. Now we might not do it. I mean, we have the 2 positivists, right? Kind of tempted just off the back of having 2 positivists. It's kind of the right flow for the game. Also, really don't like the clout that the rural folk have at this current juncture with their current setup of stuff. And so I think maybe we go technocracy. Man, this hurts. Alright. Oh baby, the drugs have entered the chat. Not like this. If going slavery wasn't gonna get my thing banned, this surely will. It was a nice run. Say goodbye to Generalist, he's getting banned tomorrow. Nice. Or West Borneo. I was about to delete that, but then I remembered we have qualification problems. Make it a cargo port. Softwood production, road cars, road cars. Uh-oh. That'll work. Cancelled forever, basically. We'll never stream again. We have everyone as a subject now, or annexed. I guess these guys are the last of the Mohicans. We currently have 0 infamy, so we might just make more sense just to straight up annex these boys. Everyone else is either a subject or a subject of a subject, or etc. Mostly etc. Maybe though this is a good time to end the stream, I think. We're just trying to do a little bit of a shorter time because I want to record a couple videos today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the most cursed Dutch East Indies run ever. We're uncursing it a little bit now. You know, we got the Path to Liberalism event with slavery. Now slavery is banned. We'll probably be opening up the migration at some point in anticipation of the patch actually fixing this stuff. We probably should have never closed the borders, but whatever. You know, we're going to put in a healthcare system. Yikes. Just a lot of yikes. We're just trying to get stuff through now. I think that we probably... Oh, we aren't using any taxes. Yeah, taxes don't make us any money because... we're getting all of our money from minting and Diplo pacts. But yeah, we're so close to being another tier up on legitimacy. Terrible. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're just going to respond to the last few comments in chat and then call it a stream. That feeling when no mentions of substances on streams plays a game with opium as a premium luxury product. Yeah, that's true. We say opium all the time. You're not allowed to encourage the use of drugs. Yeah, I feel like if I don't know exactly how the YouTube algorithm works. I know it can detect the words if I start like saying absolutely crazy stuff, and like to some degree, like if chat was absolutely wild and I'm seeing it might like auto bop. I don't want to get auto bopped. Auto bops roll out. Depends on the context for saying it. Yeah, probably does. Well, if it's a bot, it might not depend on the context. So, anyways, have a good one, you guys. Have a happy Sunday. Hopefully they patch this tomorrow or in like several hours actually at this point, because I guess it would be like in the next 12 hours, 18 hours, something like this in terms of when they get in the office and sweep. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Feel free to do YouTube algo stuff. We'll probably be trying to continue this run if it is compatible on the patch, on the hotfix. If the hotfix bricks the run, then we'll be done with it. And just know deep in your heart that we could have, should have, would have formed the HRE as the Dutch East Indies. Anyways, bye-bye now.